On October 30, 2025, Cairo's desert air was charged with anticipation as Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki arrived at Cairo International Airport. This was no ordinary state visit, it was a calculated move in the high-stakes game of Horn of Africa geopolitics. Afwerki's presence, following a year of summits and reciprocal visits, came just after Ethiopia's prime minister called for international mediation over sea access, directly implicating Eritrea. The formal welcome at Al-Ittihadiyya Palace was more than ceremony. It was a public declaration of a deepening alliance. Egypt, reliant on Red Sea stability and wary of Ethiopia's ambitions, sees Eritrea's coastline as a strategic lifeline. The world watched as Cairo and Asmara signaled a new era, one that could reshape the region's balance of power. Tom deals. Eritrea's journey from a crossroads of empires to an independent state has made it a pivotal player in the Horn of Africa. Its 1,150-kilometer coastline, including the Dahlak archipelago and deep-water ports like Massawa and Assab, commands the southern entrance to the Red Sea and the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait. This choke point sees 10% of global trade pass through annually, making Eritrea's location a source of immense geopolitical leverage. Under President Afwerki, Eritrea has shifted from isolation to strategic engagement, leveraging its geography to attract powerful allies. Today, Eritrea is a sought-after partner for those seeking influence over global maritime routes and regional security. Its ports are now critical assets in a high-stakes geopolitical chess game. Eritrea's rise has placed it at the center of global attention, transforming it from a regional outlier to a key player. For Egypt, Red Sea stability is an existential priority. Any disruption threatens the Suez Canal, the lifeblood of its economy. Cairo's foreign policy treats Red Sea neighbors as extensions of its own security, making Eritrea an indispensable ally. The ongoing Nile dispute with Ethiopia has only heightened Egypt's urgency to secure its southern maritime flank. By aligning with Eritrea, Egypt sends a clear message to Addis Ababa: it has powerful friends on Ethiopia's doorstep. Beyond rivalry, Egypt and Eritrea share a vision of state sovereignty and regional stability, opposing foreign interference and non-state actors. This partnership underpins joint efforts in counter-terrorism, arms smuggling, and conflict mediation. For Egypt, a strong alliance with Eritrea is not just strategy, it's survival. President Afwerki's Cairo visit was a meticulously staged affirmation of the Egypt-Eritrea alliance. Full military honors and a public display of unity set the tone for substantive talks between the two leaders and their foreign ministers. Regional security topped the agenda, with both sides voicing support for Sudan's national institutions and rejecting any moves to fragment the country. President El-Sisi's public backing of Eritrea's sovereignty was a direct response to Ethiopia's recent rhetoric, signaling a united front. Egypt's diplomatic shield for Eritrea was a key deliverable, reinforcing Cairo's role as a guarantor of Asmara's security. Economic cooperation was also discussed, with Egypt offering support for Eritrea's development and investment in infrastructure and agriculture. The visit was about more than managing threats. It was about building a shared future. The alliance was on full display, promising stability and prosperity for both nations. Eritrea's ports, Massawa and Assab, are not just commercial hubs. They're strategic assets at the heart of global trade. Assab's proximity to the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait gives Eritrea and its allies direct oversight of a critical maritime choke point. For Egypt, securing Assab means protecting the flow of goods to the Suez Canal, a matter of national survival. The Egypt-Eritrea alliance enables joint naval patrols, intelligence sharing, and a coordinated approach to threats like piracy and arms smuggling. This partnership extends Egypt's defensive reach and counters rival powers seeking influence along the Red Sea. By investing in Eritrean ports, Egypt can boost trade and integrate both economies, creating a seamless maritime corridor. The alliance ensures these ports remain in friendly hands, safeguarding Egyptian and regional interests. Together, they're building a robust supply chain that strengthens their global standing. The Cairo-Asmara axis is reshaping alliances across the Horn of Africa, especially amid Sudan's ongoing civil war. Both Egypt and Eritrea support Sudan's national army, aiming to prevent state collapse and regional chaos. Their united stance sends a message to external actors and internal factions. Sudan's integrity is non-negotiable. The alliance's most profound impact, however, is on Ethiopia, whose recent calls for sea access have reignited old rivalries. Egypt's unequivocal support for Eritrea draws a red line, deterring Ethiopian ambitions and forcing Addis Ababa to reconsider its strategy. This realignment is dividing the region into competing blocs, with the Cairo-Asmara partnership at the center. The strengthened alliance is now a catalyst for broader geopolitical shifts, influencing negotiations and security across the Horn. The stakes have never been higher. The Egypt-Eritrea partnership is built on mutual benefits, security, economics, and political leverage. For Eritrea, Egypt's backing breaks years of isolation, providing diplomatic protection and new confidence on the world stage. Economic cooperation promises investment in Eritrean ports, agriculture, and mining, unlocking growth and jobs. Egypt, in turn, secures its southern flank and the safety of Suez-bound trade, gaining leverage in its disputes with Ethiopia. The alliance enhances Egypt's regional influence, positioning it as a leader in both Africa and the Arab world. This proactive foreign policy cements Cairo's role as a power broker. The Cairo-Asmara axis is a symbiotic relationship. Eritrea gains a powerful patron. Egypt secures a strategic outpost. Together, they're redefining the region's balance of power. Analysts worldwide see the Egypt-Eritrea alliance as a game-changer in the Horn of Africa and Red Sea region. The timing, immediately after Ethiopia's plea for sea access, signals a direct counterweight to Addis Ababa's ambitions. This formalized partnership is expected to influence negotiations on the Nile, maritime security, and border disputes, potentially isolating Ethiopia. Some believe it could push Ethiopia toward diplomacy. Others warn of escalating tensions and new rival blocs. For global trade, the alliance promises enhanced security along the Red Sea corridor, benefiting shipping and insurance. It could also serve as a model for a locally led Red Sea security framework. The alliance's long-term impact will depend on whether it fosters stability or deepens regional divides. President Afwerki's visit to Cairo marked a turning point, cementing a formidable Egypt-Eritrea bloc in the Horn of Africa. The alliance sends clear signals to neighbors and the world. Regional power dynamics have shifted. Egypt's backing gives Eritrea unprecedented security, altering its rivalry with Ethiopia and forcing new diplomatic calculations. The partnership also promises greater Red Sea security, with implications for global trade and energy flows. By aligning their strategies, Egypt and Eritrea could lead a new, locally driven security architecture for the Red Sea. The economic and strategic benefits are significant, but so are the risks of deepening divisions. The future of the region will be shaped by how this alliance evolves, whether it brings stability or fuels new rivalries. One thing is certain, the Cairo-Asmara axis is now a defining force in the Horn of Africa's future.